Oh, there's a way to record on the cloud too. All right, whatever. It's going to be on my computer. I'll just send it over to you.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. Well, but let's flip gears here. I guess I'll function as host then, since I was the one who asked you. All right, cool. So, David Ranalli here, professional magician, mind reader, MC, keynote speaker. Wanted to touch base with somebody who's familiar with the art of hypnosis and ask them a few questions about it. I'm joined here by Dr. Andre McDonald. What do you like to go by?
Just call me Andre. It's fine. I've got a
Oh yeah,
little bit
Andre.
of
Okay,
cold
cool.
going on. I don't normally sound
Okay,
like this.
cool.
I usually have that
Okay.
buttery hypnotic voice, but hey,
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Well,
wrong
I could
today.
still,
Yeah.
even if this was your real voice, there's still something hypnotic about it. Maybe it's you. Maybe
Thank
it's
you.
you.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Cool. So how long have you been doing how long have you been doing hypnosis?
For about 8 years, a little
Eight
over eight
years.
years or whatnot. But honestly, it was back. I noticed it when I was like 11. Um, Lived with my cousins or whatnot. I noticed when I went to sleep, there was like a movie or something playing in the background, and I'd wake up with that dream going on. It's like, okay, that's weird. What's going on here? So and I love my family, and I'm so grateful for them, for me doing experiments on them when we were younger. I
Okay.
like make sounds when my cousin's asleep, like animal sounds or like monster sounds or something. And then later on the next day or something, we'd be talking, and then I kind of segue the conversation into dreams. And they're like, "Yeah, I had this dream about such and such and such. Did you have any dreams?" And you're like, "Yeah, I had this dreams about animals or monsters." Or I'm like, "Oh, weird.
Interesting.
Huh? I
That's
wonder what."
cool.
So yeah, so that's where I started, and then also the nonverbal hypnosis. I was just kind of a little. I don't know if we say the word. I was a little shit when I was
Oh,
younger,
go ahead. Yeah.
and I had like if I had something, I put it behind my back, and I just be pretty much looking at them. And they never noticed that I'm doing something behind my back. And I'm like, how are
Right.
they not noticing all this stuff? But anyway, it's not like I went and robbed banks and things like that, but it was just like little things. But still, and yet,
Did
um,
you?
that where to
Yeah.
go split the money, man. You're the magic guy.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, I mean, there's different. This is just my thing. This is my thing. I love it.
Yeah. The way you went about it. Yeah, for sure.
The wellness part of things, because I mean, that's where it's like I saw Chris. What's his name? I saw the guy on America's Got Talent. He was doing this with Howie
Chris
Mandel.
Jones.
Yeah, he's a huge
Yeah.
germaphobe, but he was shaking hands with everybody. I'm like, how
Yeah.
this is real? Then why isn't anyone using this to effectively help people get
Did
over
you ever did we ever talk about that?
it? No,
Chris
maybe
Jones?
in another lifetime or another
Oh,
dimension.
interesting. No, because I went to college with Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, yeah, he did. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, I went to college with him. He's a good friend of mine. We still talk all the
Small world.
time. And went to his wedding, and like we used to do shows in coffee shops and stuff like that. And so, love Chris. What up, Chris?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that you bring that up.
Shout
Yeah,
out,
I mean, it
man, wherever
definitely.
you are.
Yeah, wherever you are, Chris. W would you? So you do. So catch me up to speed here. So you do clinical hypnosis now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Medical.
interesting, cool.
I want to segue into more of the fun stuff, going out and
Sure, yeah.
I'm doing
Sure,
that a
sure,
little
sure.
bit more by the day. But it's a little different techniques. You gotta
Interesting.
kind of rapidly transition people into things, but that it always starts with the convincing. Um,
Okay.
because once you get those wheels going and the bigger cog wheels start turning, you can help someone get into the hypnotic state a lot faster, a lot easier.
Yeah. So
Foot in the door.
do you feel like hypnosis, I guess in your
A good one.
opinion,
This is a
does
good one.
hypnosis, yeah, does hypnosis, so obviously hypnosis relaxes you enough to be able to recollect things.
Mhm.
How deep do you think that that recollection goes? Is there, have you, how much of that is
Memory.
just a story in our heads of built on memory? That's not necessarily how things, like what are your thoughts on the connection between hypnosis and memory?
Oh, that's a really good one. I knew it was going to be a deep one. Science says one thing, and it really comes down. I mean, so it's not exactly movies that we remember. It's like snapshots. But then it's
Right.
just like if you were to like everything we see, like if you saw little pixels, we're looking at pixels right now, but we're
Yeah.
putting it together as a whole picture in our mind.
Yeah. You're not in
So,
front of me.
right, yeah, we're not really
Yeah.
so oh gosh. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much my take on that. It's I tell all my clients or people I'm working with, like, hey, I can't guarantee that this is absolutely positively the whole story, the truth, and nothing but the truth. So
Right.
you get what you get out of it. It might be the truth
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
because yeah, I'm not co-signing on any of that, but there has been some breakthroughs people have found, and we're able to progress and move on with their life. Same with like past life
Right.
regressions, things like that. I mean, that's the story that your mind is putting together, or your higher self is putting together. I don't know, but
Right.
that's beyond me. No one knows what's going on in
Sure.
people's brain, even with
Oh man, I have so many questions. I have so many
yeah.
questions that I could ask you. Let's just try to stick to to something. I'll try
I
to
oh,
stick to
I
something.
give you the
Um,
15-minute thing, but we got some time, so no worries. Okay.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, let me ask you. Let me get to the kind of the heart of the matter. I've noticed that whenever the mind is going to transition to a new phase, there's always a bit of resistance. You know what I mean? When you're trying to grow as a person, like, oh, can I do this thing? And you're sort of like reasoning with yourself how you can, trying to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, I don't want to, and a whole variety of different types of situations where like the mind is about to laser exercise, like you just like, don't exercise, this hurts, and then you get into it and you're like really going for it. And so there
Mhm.
is that transitionatory period. For me, as someone who has always dabbled in hypnosis, read on about it, and tried to like really understand it, I'm at the point that whenever I do practice hypnosis, I've gotten some people to go under,
Mhm.
which is cool,
Just start. Yeah.
but it's the start, but it's not enough as far as when I add up. Obviously, I need to like really go in and practice, but what is it about the rest of them that I'm not getting? Where like they're just not they'll go in, they'll sit there, they'll try to get into it. They feel like, maybe I got something, and it's just like, it just doesn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like they don't fully get into the trance.
Mhm.
What could you say about that? Obviously, not having seen me go and do it, just
Yeah,
broad
I'd love to see what you
generalizations.
do. I could help you break that down and everything. But honestly, you're in the right field. What you're doing is hypnosis already, magic. Because
Right.
okay, what does that do when someone thinks that wow factor? What does that do inside of their brain? What do you think that what happens there?
Well, they get lured in and they like become part of the story, and then something amazing happens and they go like, hold on, and then they like sort of break free from it. Yeah, it is definitely like a momentary hypnosis, but
That
it's much
little
more
spot,
uh,
that's a sweet spot.
it's an experience that I've created. It's not necessarily the same thing as like going under. So
Mhm.
yeah.
So what that is, in my opinion, it's pretty much that it's a moment where the mind is trying to find an answer, trying to find some kind of what the hell's going on right now. So in that moment, you can actually help guide someone, give them the answer. Okay, sleep. Even though it's not sleep, you tell them first.
Mm,
Actually, tell somebody first that you're not going to go to sleep. You're just going to go in a state where you hear everything that's going on. Just allow yourself to relax into it. Okay. Now, you're going to notice when someone is actually in or not, like you told me. Um, so pretty much what you want to do is it's you do magic with props and stuff probably.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hypnosis is magic with words. So if I say it's easy because it's hard, wired into who you are. Now your mind has to do something. It's like, I'm confused by this. Wait, what's going on? And then when I said, okay, what did I say? What did I even say? It's easy because it's
It's
hard,
easy because it's hard.
wired
Yeah.
into who you are. So then it's like, oh, okay, I understand the rest of the sentence. So now they're accepting what the rest of the sentence is, and then that it's I don't know how to give a straight direct answer, but it's pretty much doing what you're doing. Just keep people fascinated, keep them fascinated, keep things interesting, but don't you got to allow people to have make their own experience though. So keep it vague. Also, vagueness is important. Um,
Hmm.
but also the end goal. Where is the end goal? Where do you want to go? So
Right.
it's magic of words, pretty much magic tricks of words, and being able to help someone make their own story to go wherever they intend it to go, or wherever you agreed on, because you don't want people
Right.
feel deceived or anything like that. That's just
Right.
my take on things with this. Usually I'm
Right.
wearing a suit, but I have a shirt on. I was doing workout and stuff. So um yeah,
Okay.
question was
So
how to help someone actually get into the state.
yeah, they're getting too into I mean, some of them maybe are way up in there because they are having their own individual experience, but then it's
Mm,
also like, well, clearly everyone's having their own individual experience. I'm sort of
right.
answering this for myself right now, but like
Mhm,
they do have to feel the lead of you on there to like really ride the coattails of the experience that you're creating for them,
mm,
but within their mind and their heart and their relaxed body, kind of a thing.
mm.
So okay, I
Are you doing
I
this? You're
I
doing this in person, probably, right?
oh yeah, yeah, for sure, yeah.
So you got an advantage there too. Just the sensation of touch, and right here too. Boom. That's gonna help. And tell them before you do that. Okay, you're gonna feel a sensation on your. Ask them, is it okay to touch you on the forehead or whatnot? If they say yes, then okay. When you feel that sensation right there on that third eye area, right where the pituitary gland, just use some big words.
Right,
That's really what's going on right there. But anyway, once you
right.
feel that touch, or you could even have them look at their hand and have them touch right there. But when they do,
So.
boom, they're
Mhm.
gonna go in. Mm,
So you're really speaking to their subconscious mind. You're not speaking to their conscious mind. And maybe that's maybe where I'm getting mixed up is that like too many things are making them conscious. Not enough of it is speaking to their subconscious mind to let that take over
You
to the
got it,
degree
David.
that hypnosis requires. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're gonna do some
Get it. I think
stuff.
I think I get it.
Yeah,
I think that informs where I'm making some parts too
that's where the magic
yeah,
comes in. It's
too involved and confusing and not letting go enough. Okay. I like that.
subconscious.
Cool.
That's what we're
Yeah.
working with hypnosis. It's
Yeah.
more of yeah, talking system. The subconscious mind isn't like the conscious mind. Conscious mind is
Right.
10-12%, and we got a whole 88 to 90%, which is the subconscious, which is really interesting. So, and it's a whole different thinking system. It's not even thinking. It's like if you tell a kid, um, yeah, your teacher's talking their head off, they're gonna think their head's gonna fall off from talking or something like that. It's a whole different schema. So,
Yeah.
um,
That's
oh,
funny.
you have to watch your words too with the subconscious mind. It's like you don't want to say don't. If you say don't forget, you don't want to say that because you have to think about something before you unthink about it. Like if I say don't think about a green apple, whatever you do, David, don't think about it.
Right.
Don't think about a green apple. You're gonna be thinking about a green apple. Maybe you're salivating a little bit, just thinking about how sour, juicy that apple is.
So
Or
how do you transform don't forget?
I
What are we
say
really trying to
remember
say
to,
in that
yeah, remember
remember
to.
to?
Yeah, you got to
Okay.
think about what you do want, the positive, not the negative.
Right.
So,
Gotcha. Okay. So I
mhm.
guess one more question for sure would be what do you say to the people who are like either not necessarily I don't believe in hypnosis because I feel like I've got that kind of handled, just like, but more what do you think of the people who say hypnosis doesn't work on me
Mhm.
or like they seem like a very like guarded person who's
Yeah,
not who will like their conscious mind is way overconscious and like overshadowing.
or my mind's too strong for that and all this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which some of
uh,
them may be completely wrong, but some people I have a feeling do
well,
maybe
don't
have a
try to
guard
prove
on.
anyone wrong. Yeah, because nobody likes that.
True.
They're gonna
True.
hate you forever. I mean, there's a few different ways you can go about it. There's one route where you could say, okay, well, yeah, you're right. I don't need to prove anything to you. And that's really ultimately it. And then sometimes those people come back to you like, wait, no, no, come on, let's try. Um, there's the route of saying, well, maybe you're right. Maybe you can't be hypnotized. I'm just wondering how you got in that state of mind of trance that you're in right now. Look, I saw your eyes. Wait, what?
That's
Wait,
funny.
am I in a okay? So that wow factor, that little surprise right there, and then
That's
you can
really
go ahead.
funny. That's a great tip there. That's
That one's from Milton Erickson,
okay.
one of the founders of hypnosis, right here represent in Wisconsin. That's where he came from. Just putting one out there for us Wisconsinites. But yeah, so and then I think another main thing is just keep talking. Just keep talking. So just get really good at
Yeah,
keeping the dialogue going. But also
that's
space,
true.
little space time is good too. You just got to know where to put it in. Where you
Right.
need
And
time to
and
think.
it's also that also kind of reveals to me the fact that like if that person is like resistant, they're resistant to the point that they don't understand that lines like that swoops under their legs and you can lead them in your direction anyway.
Hmm.
Uh so okay, that makes sense. Because that yeah, I think that
Ultimately,
really
intention is the best. Intention is the
right.
policy. Just if you're
Yeah.
exuding like a confidence, if you're exuding a you mean them well, then people are a little bit more apt to agree and to go ahead and
Gotcha.
follow through with it. So you
Yeah.
can feel that energy. Was it mirror neurons? We have that.
Mm,
We're able to
yeah.
millions of years of being able to read someone to see if are they safe, are they so just be a good person. Don't be trying to screw somebody over, and you're good. Honestly,
Right.
I mean, you could do it. There's another way of like shock inductions and stuff like that. I don't prefer that because that's really traumatizing to people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got to start somewhere.
Let's quick over inductions then. Clearly, there's many different types. There's those like rapid ones, and
Mm.
then there's like group inductions. There's one to
Mhm.
one. Do you have anything to say about inductions as far
Um,
as best
yeah,
practices or like getting them down, picking which ones you do?
it's a really big one. It really, in my opinion, it comes down to just reading the person. Are they more of a extrovert kind of person? If they are, then do something that's exciting, something that's going to captivate their
Mm,
attention. If there's someone that's a little bit more conserved or whatnot, then you want to do something that's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more let them build their own story kind of thing. I usually ask them, what do you prefer? Give three choices, three or two choices, not too many. Do you like the ocean? Do you like the forest, or do you like a river or something? And the induction I like to use is like I have them count. Like, okay, if it's an ocean wave, they write in the sand. Number 100, the waves wash it away. Number 99, waves wash it away. Each number takes you down deeper, deeper, deeper. If it's a forest, I have like the leaves come down. Number 100, number 99.
mm,
So while they're doing that, give them time to do that because us introverts, well, I'm analytical. I like to really analyze things, and I'm like, I don't know if I believe that so much. So I'm really analytical. My critical mind needs to stay busy. That thinking part of the mind needs to stay busy while the subconscious mind can sweep under. So while they're counting, doing that, going deeper, deeper, deeper with the suggestion, then you can start talking. Um, so as I touch here, you can allow yourself to go deeper. As you can feel your eyelids blinking, that's just a suggestion. Of course, our eyes are always moving around, but when you feel your eyelids switching under your eyelids, that can let you know that you're going deeper. Um,
yeah.
just I don't want to say everything right now because there's going to be people watching and stuff right now. I don't want to
True.
ruin it for people. This is my way of helping people. So, um,
True.
but anyway, it's really the mind is powerful, and our belief system is medicine. So, uh,
Yeah, I
although I'm
agree.
doing this, quote unquote, like it's clinical. It's clinical. I mean,
There is, no matter what, even whether you're doing like hypnosis tricks or like some stage show or like
you gotta
there is
know.
something very clinical and like really like reptilian about hypnosis that has to be respected for
Hmm.
sure.
You mean like
And
reptilian, as in the triune brain, right? You mean the neo or the
just
neocortex?
just all yeah that and like just like the physical body, in the cortex, and then also in like our
Limbic
you're
system.
giving away your trust, like someone's taking control in some form or fashion over all of you. And that's
No,
something that has to be
I
not
disagree.
all of you, but like, I mean, like, but like,
Disagree.
at least in the moment, people can get so swept up that they do ridiculous things in a state
Well,
of hypnosis. And
what
so
do you
that
think?
has to be
Have you ever
respected.
been hypnotized or no?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Okay, what was it like for you?
It was it felt like I was on a boat that even though I was like I got swept up onto a boat that even though I'm not steering, I can tell it where to go.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it
So
felt like to me.
yeah. So you were in control then. It's just like there's things that you don't need to
I
control.
could grab the wheel at any time.
Right. You're just
Yeah,
relaxing. Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
I just want to make sure and clarify that to people who are watching that you're not under anyone's control or anything like that. You do have you
I
ultimately
more so meant social control. You know what I mean? If you let someone um put you into a state of hypnosis, there is the assumption that that person is leading the situation. Leading is probably a better word than control. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's more of a guidance more than
yeah,
anything. Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
just want to make sure we put that out there because I don't want people like, oh yeah, the guys. And you said reptilian, and that one hit me hard because honestly, I don't know if you saw the post I put on Facebook. Um, an ex of mine or whatnot was spreading word around the city that I'm like some kind of reptile, lizard alien person or something. And people are actually like believing that and are
Are
for it.
you?
So I'm not.
Yeah.
I ate one chocolate covered grasshopper in California once when I was a kid. Come on. Like,
Hey, you know what? I do forest garden. I'm outside all the time, and I'm like trying
that's
to.
great.
I try to eat bugs. Actually,
You
try to
try
go
to
out of my
eat
way to do
bugs.
stuff. I try to go out of my way to do
Nutrients,
that
yeah.
and grow as much of my own food and try to like I have chickens
Oh, cool.
and I do a
You're
lot of
living my
crazy
dream,
stuff.
man. I want to do
Well, it's just
beehives.
on my pride.
Yeah,
Yeah, beehives are sweet, dude. Yeah,
honey.
they're nice. So yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with reptiles and being
I don't think
primal, in
so.
my opinion. I think being in touch with the primalness um, is very healthy, you know. So
We're all
yeah,
animals. I mean, no animals wear
but
shoes either. So put your feet in the grass, people. It's good
yeah,
for
that's a
everything.
good thing. Well, you guys heard it here first. Dr. Andre McDonald is not a reptilian lizard. He is a
A regular
very
tongue.
kind-hearted, yeah, very kind-hearted, very smart, and helpful hypnotist. Thank you so much for having this conversation, and for letting us into your world for a second.
Very welcome. Thank you. You take care. It's
Uh,
nice talking with you. Stay in touch.
did you have anything you want? If I did put this on YouTube and people saw it, is there something that they could get in touch with you for that would be something that you offer or anything like that, or is you
Yeah,
just
yeah. I
enjoying
should
spreading
put
the word
my
about hypnotism?
like link tree out there quick.
Okay.
But I have realhypnosis.pro. That's my website.
Okay.
Let's put my link tree slash Andre Hypnosis 313. I thought I had more room on here for that. Oh, it's
Look at
backwards.
that.
Is it
I'll make
backwards?
sure to
Oh,
link
it's
that up.
backwards on my side, but I guess it's
Not
backwards.
on my side. I see it
It's
just
good
fine.
for you.
I
Yeah.
bet you it's just fine.
Reversed.
I'll put it
Yeah.
up there regardless. I'll make sure it's there.
Sweet. All
All right.
right.
Cool, man.
Well, it's
Well,
been a
let's stay in
pleasure.
touch. Yeah. And let me know if you need anything, and we'll talk soon, okay?
All right. Take care. Peace.
Later, man.